Good evening and welcome back to Let's Play The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
While searching for the witch,
We're starting here in case Standardline has something new to say. It does not appear he does.
The sorceress told the Witcher about a masked mage. Ciri had seemed to have taken shelter in his hideout.
Well, bummer.
The Witcher set off to find it, with Keira in tow.
Because we made progress from there.
Ciri had never reached the elven mage.
Aha!
Yet the Wild Hunt had. The ghostly retinue was one step ahead of Geralt, or so it seemed. The Witcher felt it always lost, until Keira gave him a new lead. The Crones of Crookback Bog.
And really, the Witcher was overreacting, because we still have Crow's Nest to check out. Or Crow's Perch, or whatever it's called. But anyhow, after we did that last time, we found, where are we on the map? This nifty little island hanging out here. Since the ruins led out, like, over here. So we decided to check it out. It's all abandoned, like something bad obviously happened here. We went into a seemingly abandoned tower. Someone was knocking on the door. Have they stopped? Also.
Blood. Many must have died here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fight like all kinds of wraiths and stuff, aren't we? So. It's very dark here. We could also go up. Something about the stairs going up seems a little more inviting. We're gonna check it all out, but... Oh, that's the chandelier. It took me a second to figure out. No, this room doesn't seem like it's tall enough to have had a chandelier. But it looks like a chandelier. I think that's what it is. Is this so? It's blood all over it, so I think this is a dead knight and not just like an armor display that fell over. Someone's meal that we probably shouldn't mess with. Someone who has died. Nothing on the bookshelves, eh? Okay, we'll leave the candle alone. Was it just my Witcher senses? It almost looked like that chair was scooting along the ground. But I could have bumped it. Alright. Well. Up even further, I suppose. Hey, rats. Well, what's this paper? Okay, something over there definitely worth looking into. First, what's going on the balcony? Ooh, well, hello. It's kind of an oddly positioned bar. There's just some kind of support for that scaffold. Can I climb up there? Do I want to? I don't think there's... Yeah, it's not leading anywhere, right? Okay. Well, in we go. Get out of here, gross thing. Disease carriers. Oh, now this guy's not decayed. That's interesting. We've been finding a lot of skeletons, but this guy's something else. Let's look at his ears. Human? end to the rats. I should probably just leave them alone. I think they might just keep spawning. Maybe not. Huh, I wonder who had to walk up all these stairs just to go to sleep. This is a room that it would make me uncomfortable to hang around in too much. You got this big open space and no railing. Quite the drop if you... Well, I guess you're only going to drop down one floor, but still. Yes, we're somewhere haunted. It's a nice picture. Did not expect it to move on me, but, you know. Oh. Alright, so I think going up is getting us closer and closer to whatever is the source of all this. But I don't feel like going back down now. Interesting claw marks.
Someone dragged something across the floor. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly.
This? Does this door swing out? There's some kind of secret passage is what it comes down to, right? Well, what else can we interact with? Maybe we gotta push it from the other side? Or maybe we just hit this big obvious switch. Good grief. Well, it's not really a hidden room then at all. Except that didn't seem to do anything. Interesting. Oh, there's two of them, I see. There we go. Get out of here. No, look at the placement of this. You've got this door here, and the stairs right here, so you can't access this extra spot behind. What a waste of space. Yeah, sounds like maybe things are breaking on the other side of this door.
Looks like a laboratory. Pretty well equipped, too.
Hang on. Let's see if I can find it. Where would it be? All my books and stuff. There was the letter that Keira had written. We found it in her. Where are we gonna find it? We have so many. Maybe I should drop some of this stuff. Letter to Alexander. That's what it is. Okay, read it again. Secretiveness of his. She wants to take an interest in his plague research. I adore watching it work in your tower. Is this his tower? Is this where Alexander was? And he's what destroyed everyone living nearby? Oh, the Mage Alexander's log. It certainly seems so, but this is part 2, so I missed part 1. Does that mean it's downstairs? Day 346. I never did like rats. Not because of their obscene tales, but rather on account of their lively, disturbing intelligence. They're always listening when a man believes he is talking only to himself, and, what's worse, they seem to understand. A few days ago, I caught myself talking to one of them, to a particularly large black male with a torn-off ear. At first I was overcome by panic. Was this a first manifestation of the illness? Of course, that was impossible, for I had fortified my immunity with powerful spells. Upon further consideration, I concluded it was an altogether natural reflex, one even the most learned among us find hard to restrain. We may just like to be listened to. I placed the black rat in a separate cage. The time will come for it to play a part in the tests. Meanwhile, it can keep me company. And observe. I've noticed it looks with great concentration at the cages of its infected brethren, particularly those in the last stages of illness. Fascinating. Speaking of company, I have none besides the black rat, and cannot hope for better. This rat avoids the laboratory and has expressed his desire for his daughter to steer clear of me as well. At first I thought he feared a moral scandal, which would be risible in the extreme. But he explained... Risible? Whatever. But he explained the true reason in due course. It seems Annabelle has always possessed a fragile psychic constitution, observing the ill might throw her into foul humors. The peasants taking part in the study have stopped speaking to me. I don't know what they believe this little act of defiance will serve. It does me no harm. They made for lousy conversation partners. There remains, of course, the woman, but as for her, I try to limit my contact. Is he talking about Keira? Day 362. My black rat has died. Today I found him curled up in his cage. I suspected he had become infected on accident, but during the autopsy, I did not uncover any signs of illness. He was also perfectly well fed. Strange. From a medical point of view, his death remains unexplained, something which, I must admit, irritates the scholar in me. But as mentioned previously, I'm not particularly fond of rats. Okay, I want the first part of his log. What is he got? He's got, like, people in vats. And this one's got a paper on it.
Experimenting on humans. Never would have gotten away with it if the Conclave were still in charge.
You'd like to think that, Carol, but if he was secretive about it, then they might not have known. Okay. This is very interesting, and I hate to just backtrack in the middle of a fascinating place, but we got log part 2, and I want log part 1. If these rats are intelligent, they're possibly going to be really upset at me for burning a bunch of them. Geralt can handle this. Boop. So, let's look around a little bit. Some kind of plague, but we're resistant to plague, so we should be fine. Alright. This one's locked. But we can go downstairs, so let's do it. Huh? And these are the cages he talked about. So I imagine they used to be just full of experimental rats. Still wondering about these kind of warped areas. Yeah, hey rat. I didn't really like you to start, and now I'm a little more disturbed about you after reading that letter. Oh, wow. What about this letter here, though? Oh, sorry if the thunder's coming through. We're having a storm here. No letter part 1 down here. Well, bummer. I really thought there would be. Alright. Well, back up we go then. Unless it was somewhere in here and I missed it, which is possible. Or maybe we just find them out of order. No, I want to jump over.
Wonder what led them here. Hunger or greed.
Alright, alright. Back into the tower. Back towards the top. I want the latter part 1, or diary, or I forgot exactly how it was worded. Whatever it is. I want it. It will help complete the story, but we could always potentially find it if we just forge ahead. So let's do it. It wasn't in here, right? I looked in these rooms. Alright, I know. Back and forth, back and forth. I'm feeling like I didn't check this corner, but there's nothing here, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Well, this will be bad news to give to Keira, because I'm having a feeling that things probably did not go well for Alexander. Although, she likes to watch him do his plague research, and what he's doing. How much of what he's doing was she aware of? If he was doing magics that are not allowed, like, did she know about the experimentation here, or did she just, or was he doing a part that seemed possibly not so nefarious? Oh, and we can make it. Beautiful. Also, well, enhanced Elementa oil. Absolutely. Now, what are we missing here? Oh, that's right. Our bison grass and bear skin. So. Oh, someone's sobbing. And see, if I'd just been patient. Day 237. My experiments continue to return results I must consider unreliable. Methodological errors are not at fault. The problem lies in the shoddy and infallible research material I'm forced to work with. What, the peasantry? Despite his prior assurance, this rat is unable to provide me with enough moderately healthy specimens for my tests. Yep, the peasantry. Most of the material is starved and terrified, having been dragged here straight from the dungeon. People, but the material. I waste a great deal of time daily washing and delousing them before I will so much as let them step foot into my laboratory. Sterility first. As Marty Sodergren managed to prove in her little-known work, sorry, her name caught my eye, I remember that name from the books, the attitude of a patient undergoing treatment can have a significant impact on the battle against the disease. She was a very good healer. Unfortunately, the volunteers with which I am supplied do not show sufficient comprehension, let alone enthusiasm, for the noble work in which they are taking part. Because they were taken from the dungeons to a weird sorcerer's lab where they're being experimented on. It's a hard thing to get excited about. Let alone, let's see. In fact, it seems they consider the research part of their punishment. Oh, yeah. I've tried a few times, though I am but a poor speaker, to convince them that they are contributing to the eradication of one of the greatest plagues tormenting mankind. That line kind of gives me pause, because I do think that advances like developing vaccines and stuff are very, very important. They do ultimately save lives. But ends do not justify means, and what he's doing here, he's using people taken straight from dungeons, so not people who are consenting to be part of a research study. I don't know. I had the distinct impression they understood little, but perhaps their stupor was merely the result of the early stages of the illness. Of course, it is impossible to achieve success without significant sacrifices. The overwhelming majority of them will have to lay down their trifling lives on the altar of learning, but that is a sacrifice I am willing to make. Aren't you a swell fella, Alexander? You're gonna choose 4 of them to make this sacrifice. Yeah, this guy sucks. I understand that it can be very difficult to make medical advances while remaining ethical in your research. But even though the necessity of ethical practices slows down the speed of research, it's still vital for anything gained to really be worth it, you know? Ends don't justify the means. Oops, sorry. Misjudged, caught my hand on the table. That wasn't very smooth. Now then. Okay, so this has got to be top floor, right? Okay. So let's peek around. It's foggy. We can't see a whole lot. Now, his letter said the woman, and I assumed Keira, but then we just heard a woman sobbing, so maybe it's a different woman.
Kept in there until the end. What a shitty way to die.
Uh-huh. But... okay, so neither of these is Alexander. These are just poor people that were experimented on, I think. Okay. But it's saying that there's something here. We can't climb up? No, there's gotta be a little bit more we can do, right, Geralt? Really? We can't climb on top of the cage? This is not a door. And then this is just going back down. Well, that symbol's here too, though. Maybe this is what it is. I think I'm missing something important here. Well, it works to make wraiths keep their form, right? So I thought maybe if there's ghost, it would help it to show itself. No, it does not appear to be the case. That didn't help anything either. I don't know how to help you. I want to, but... Don't... Oh. I thought he could take it. That's what I get for being impatient. Alright then. Where are we at? Okay, up on the top floor again. Oh, I'm a fool. Dancing star, you say? Why, yes, let's... Oh, see, all that sulfur came in handy. Okay, so it looks like maybe around here. It's always fun in games, you do these things and you're like, yeah, just walk along the edge, it's no big deal. This would be terrifying to do in real life. Alright, and this looks like maybe not the way, because my path is kind of ending. Yeah. Hop over that. Don't die. And this is not going anywhere either? No, it is not. Bummer. Oh! You know what? That little symbol looks like a lantern. Like, okay. We need to talk to Keira. She needs to bring the lamp here that she got to try and speak with the dead. Okay, yep. And she'll want to go because she wants to contact Alexander. Yep, got it. Okay. And she's gonna hate it because there's rats everywhere. Do we want to do that immediately? I almost kind of do. I mean, we found the place and it's interesting. I want to know the rest of what's going on. Although I found the letters without her here, so I don't know that she might have had something to say if I'd gone with her. Oh well. That's a short drop. I knew that one would not kill me. That's right. The way out is not here. It is... How do I get out of here? There we go. It'll be interesting to see what she has to say. I'm assuming that all of the victims are gonna, like, the ghosts are gonna have really sad, horrible things to tell us about the way they suffered and died in agony. And, you know, I wonder if she'll be horrified by it as well. Oh no, Alexander did this, it's so terrible. Or if she'll just be like, well, that's the cost of his research. I don't know. I almost want to go right to her. We could do that. Ladies of the Wood, Bloody Barons, we do have main quest things to do. Yeah, talk to Keira. And she's just gonna be back, in Mid-Cops, right? Yeah. So, if we go straight from here, though, straight north, then we hit a notice board. So let's do that. We'll go right up north. And then I'm running south like a fool. Okay, I'd kind of prefer to take a boat to do this. Can I just... No. I want to just leap out into the sea, but... Alright, no, we can't. Don't do it, because we can't get through there. If we find one of the spots where you can climb up to that, maybe we can get it better from this angle. I know, I could just go out the proper way, but... I don't want to take the time. This'll do. Hiya! Right then, swim to shore. It's good exercise, swimming. It's actually a bad... I mean, if there's rain and everything, it's probably really cold. He's fully clothed, so all of that side clothing would be weighing you down. Oh well. Okay, so let's set a custom marker, otherwise I will get very lost. Yeah, I already didn't manage to go the way I wanted to. There we go. And it looks like if we go in a bit, there's a nice little path we can follow. She ran right towards me. Oh. They're too far, but I do want to know what that flag is.
Wolves will tear it to pieces. Gotta help.
Tear what to pieces? Oh, the dog? Oh, Geralt's worried about the dog. Well, hey there, friendly dog. Are you going to follow me around? Because that would be great. Well, except I'm a little worried that you might end up dying. Oh.
Dog's tame. A pet. Wonder what it's doing here.
Where's your owner, buddy?
Got a key sewed to your collar.
Well, show me the way, pal.
Think it wants me to follow.
All right. Well, we're totally... Hang on, hang on. I do want to follow, but first I really need to get if there's any meat. Okay. Alright, take me there. I'm prepared. I know, we were doing something totally different, but... Guys, there's a dog and he needs help. Plus, I'm very charmed that Geralt would stop to help a dog in need. I know, the opportunity was there. We were making such good progress too, and then I had to stop to burn a bunny. Oh, we got some kind of village here. Drudge, huh? What a great place to be. Oh! Dog, you led me straight into a bunch of bandits, and I didn't expect it. Ah! Okay. Okay.
Something bad happened inside. Best go in and see.
Will do. I want to look at the rest of this time, too. Okay, well, I mean, we've got the signpost. We can do all the things we... Oops, oops, oops. I was trying to get a little bit of light here. Unless the rain just... Okay. Alright, we will look at the houses, but first, let's help the dog. So. Friendly dog, your health is not doing great, and I don't want you to die. Should we meditate an hour? Will it heal the dog as well? No. I don't know what I meant by as well, because it doesn't heal me either, but I need some fruit there. Oh, I'm over encumbered. Because I'm holding on to too many dumb things. Like all these swords. Is there a way to sort things by weight? That could be nice. Alright. This is 2 pounds. Those are worth more than these crappy little swords, so that can go... What did I just do? Oh, preview. No, I don't want to preview and hit the correct button and drop it. This one as well. Also this thing. Now why is this blackjack worth, well, 80% and 70%, but it's worth 42? They're slightly different damage and such. Anyhow. Wild Hunt Warrior's Sword. Interesting. Okay, we're good. Until I find more loot that I want.
Looks uninhabited.
It looks like something horrible happened here. Yeah. Okay. It looks like it was inhabited, but then the inhabitants were slaughtered. Axe in the back. What happened to the baby? Okay, maybe baby's hidden down here, but we don't hear any baby crying.
Something under the floorboards. Maybe they're loose. Or I could just wedge one up.
Oh, and now we need the key. Diary of a Fire Swallower. Drusus the Hermit's Notes. Alright, take it all. I was at Loch Muin. That's right, the summit of summits itself. I was there too. We'd gone there, my troopmates and I, knowing there'd be a meeting of the mighty in the ruins. You see, whenever big shots gather to chew some particularly gristly fat, there's going to be had for performing men like us. Tired jaws need to relax with some laughing and indulging in other sorts of simple delights. I learned this as a lad from my old man, who dragged me around to juggle outside courts and conventions all over the continent. And so now, plying my own trade as a fire swallower, I told the lads up as soon as I caught word of what was brewing in Lochween, and we turned our wagons that way at once. I'm not much one for politics, but I couldn't help but listen to some of it this time. You see, we Temerians had just lost our king, and our future was to be decided at that very summit, with John Natalis representing our side of the matter. Radovid was there too, a young pup then, though emanating strength like a grey-haired alpha wolf. It seemed this wolf was licking his chops over Temeria like it was a ripe bit of carrion. The rest was dull. A lot of talk about the uprising in Edirn and its leader, Saskia, who they called the Virgin, though I never got the chance to check personally whether that was accurate. The Nilfgaardians had a delegate, some Shallard fellow, and mages were there talking about restoring the Conclave and Supreme Council of Sorcerers. I didn't listen to much of that. My eyes were glued to the unusually large number of armed troops present at these peaceful talks. Steel-plated grunts clenched pointy weapons and paced the ruins' courtyards everywhere you looked. Radovid had even brought the knightly Order of the Flaming Rose, those arrogant pricks ready to bash anyone who doesn't think the same as them. Yeah, we know a thing or two about them. Though the coin was coming in amply, we didn't wait around to see how things would develop, just loaded our stuff onto our wagon and left at a trot. As we mounted the pass, we looked back to see pillars of smoke, black as pitch, rising above Lochween. Yep, that's pretty well how it went down. Alright, Drusus the Hermit's notes. For years and years I succeeded in living a quiet life, far from the stink and cry of the big city. When I entered this voluntary exile, I left the whole world behind and hoped it would do the same to me. Yet lately I have noticed someone observing me. Times are unsettled. War turns men into wild beasts. I suspect it is not a friendly neighbor keeping an eye on me. Verilka, the only companion in my solitude, stands by the door at night and barks. What has happened to Alexis, Hector, Gizmo, Dex? Hunger drives men to do the worst. Perhaps bandits now prowl the area? Fools. They know I have nothing. Tomorrow I will attempt to explain everything to them. Oh, and I'm sure it did not go well. They don't care if you have nothing there. So, now this is interesting though. So this references the dog, and the dog led us here. So this seems like this would be the place where Drusus the Hermit lived. But then what's he doing with the Diary of a Fire Swallower? Is that just something he's reading for fun? It doesn't seem like a book that would be published, or maybe it was published and then people could read it. I don't know. Regardless. Oh, that's it for the quest? So what, he's our dog now?
Dog's gone.
He just wanted someone to avenge his master? Oh yeah, that's... I'm like, what's this bag? It's all the crap I just dropped. Leave it on the ground, Lavinia. I mean, I'm always happy to take out bandits, but I'm sad I couldn't do more for the dog. I hope it'll be okay. We do not have space to pick up broken rakes or rotting flesh. Water we can make an exception for. Locked, huh? We can just peek in, that's it. Alright. So, this is a place that has a sign. You can fast travel to it. But it's just empty. It's not an abandoned place that... Well, killing the bandits didn't bring anyone back, so... Well then, to get back to what we were doing. It's kind of a cool tree. Okay, I thought I saw something, but it was just the top of a pine tree over there. Grape, we got a bunch of that. What's this lonely grave? Huh. Interesting. It's kind of a pretty spot to be buried. View of the water and all. Alright, so where do I need to be? Because I'm just kind of meandering. Oh, wow. Way over there. Mm-hmm. Alright. We could swim. Is it faster than running on land? Ugh. Trying to run in the water is not a good plan. Alright, well, dog took us very off course, but I still think it was worthwhile to help him. Although I'm still kind of... So it's the hermit's house, but then who was the lady that we saw dead in there? And there was a cradle and no baby. Unanswered questions. Ah, this looks promising. Hello all. Nilfgaardian soldiers, eh? Okay. We will go to the notice board, but let's just talk to all the local villagers. Thank you. They're not going to be happy that I'm poking into their houses. Hello all. Just your friendly neighborhood witcher, checking in. Need any monsters killed?
Monsters roaming about it.
Monsters roaming about near Midcops? Who was talking about that? Was it you in this building? It was you, wasn't it?
You've mastered a trade. Keeps the hunger at bay. Witcher.
Old man. I notice we have similar kind of hair here. Alright, notice board. What you got for me? Man needed. God's almighty, I can't stand another minute of it. Every last around has got a man save me. Oh, how rough. So if you're somewhat young and handy, able to plow a field and don't drink overly much, and most importantly of all, in need of a wife, then come see Helenda, and we'll both find what we're looking for. Goodness. That's, I mean, I guess you could try it. That might be a way to find you a man, but... Warning. Hark! Went to Crow's Perch to do a spot of training. Them bandits just spat on my mugs, then shattered them all against the ground out of spite and gave me a sound beating on a lark. Take counsel from my misfortune and stay damned far from that perch of miscreants. Samer. I am going to go right into that perch of miscreants, and I'm kind of thinking if I have the opportunity, I might want to clean house. We'll see. Warning from the Nilfgaardians. Hark, good people. Nilfgaardians paid me a visit. Ordered me to tell all the village they'll hang any man caught helping the Redanian army. Tried to tell them no one's seen a Redanian here since the times of King Medell, but they wouldn't hear it, so I'm hanging a paper with their warning all the same. Alderman. Well, in that case, I'm going to not take that paper just in case. He was told to make everybody aware, so let's leave it there. Don't want to mess with it. So, Goose has stopped laying. Hark and help, any who can. My goose has stopped laying, though she's not but a year old. The peller said to smear her rump with rapeseed oil to get her laying again. But when I tried that, she pecked my hand so hard I still wear the bruise to this day. So I'm asking if anyone knows another, safer method. Lester. I mean, I do feel bad for him, actually. The food's going to be hard to come by in these times. He needs the eggs. But let it be known that the Imperial Army is in need of a man who knows the area. A hunter or a scout, for example. Or a witcher. To help us find a missing patrol. It is possible the soldiers fell prey to a monster. If this suspicion is confirmed, anyone delivering the beast's head will be paid a reward by the undersigned. Address any and all questions to the same individual. Glory to the Emperor. Mylan Norin, or maybe it's Milan? Commander of the division stationed in Orton. I will look for them. I wonder if this is going to be similar to the other missing soldiers, where it's Goyatel again. We'll certainly see. Ah, and a contract. The Beast of Honorton. Good folk, there's a vile and dangerous spook, beast or devil of sorts, causing no end of trouble near our village, Honorton. We promise our profoundest gratitude, and a sizable reward, to any brave lad who can slay it. And if you're looking to learn more, come pay us a visit. Ask for the Alderman, Sobimir. I will. There we go. I was waiting for my what to let me know that, yeah, quests were gained. The mystery of the Byways murders, eh? Oh, what do we got here? By order of the commander of the Nilfgaardian Army Group's center camp, the residents of Claywitch and Orton are hereby ordered to report to Wastrel Manor to perform labor for the Empire. Lists of designated residents and their assigned days of service have been given to the Eldermen. Those caught evading their duties shall be flogged. Because that's how Nilfgaardians do things. Okay. Are there any merchants or anything here? That's what I need to figure out. Hello? Are you... Oh, man. Well, I was gonna say, can't she share the bed? But no, she really can't. But he doesn't even have, like, a mattress or anything like she does. Poor guy. Just there on the floor. Okay, I could loot all of these, but I know I'm close to being over encumbered, so I think we're just gonna mostly leave it. Merchants? Merchants? Everyone is sleeping. Okay, what I should really do then is wait until, like, you know, kind of a decent time where people would be awake. There we go, now they're out and about.
I will educate you, which I now strive to do.
Oh, there's the Elderman.
To keep the pox off yous, you're to see to your own, what is it, hygiene, and don't drink straight from your wells.
Do they know what hygiene is,
Just
though?
wash your arse once a week and boil your water over a fire.
There you go.
What's on your mind?
Yeah, it looks like you've got a lot of very sick people around you. So, is it Nilfgaard then that spread the word about hygiene and you're to tell your villagers? It is, isn't it? I don't want to have respect for Nilfgaard, but...
Evil and all. But when they rode by, one of them tossed me little Voighty a chunk of bread.
And watch he don't break out with a fever.
What you on about?
They handed out fatback in one village. Now, why it's not but a graveyard.
Voighty, come here!
I mean, it could be a tactic to give people diseased food and stuff, but I think based on the sign they had over there about working shifts and stuff for them, they'd rather keep you all alive.
Enough is enough.
Oh, hey.
Hey. What's over here? I know we're not quite done in the village, but who lives in this little house off away from everybody else?
I saw you in Vizima.
Did you?
I won't be as cocky once the Baron's men whip your arse.
Oh, we'll see about that.
Oh.
Oh. Sorry.
Roots are gonna rot my gut.
Sorry to hear that.
You a witcher?
I am.
Huh? God's preserve ye.
Ye as well. Okay. Ooh, you do have a smith.
Yeah?
So,
Let me see what you're offering.
first off, do you have anything exciting? Vanilla sword, eh? And I think I really like that 20% bonus experience from monsters. We'll keep that for now. Okay. I don't know that I actually want to buy. I just wanted to make sure I didn't, by chance, have any quest items. Does not seem to be the case. I have a bunch of crap to sell to him. I also need to repair all my stuff. Oof. That was quite the chunk, but oh well. So wait, all this does is just more damage? It is a lot more damage. I can't use it anyhow. Alright, I don't think that I actually want any of this. I was just curious to see.
So long.
Okay, and there's a little wheel somewhere and I missed it, right? That's what the sign is telling me. He's got a grindstone. Or a whetstone or whatever it is. Ah, there it is.
Mum said if I'm good, she'll send me on the trail of treats.
Wait, if you're good, she'll send you on the trail of treats? So it's a thing that's desired to send a kid on. It doesn't necessarily harm them? That's good information. Because it sounded like we're going to need to find a child for trail of treats, and I'm concerned about that. But okay, if it's not a bad thing for them, then... Alright, I actually feel a lot better about that quest now, having heard that kid say that. Good deal. Okay. So, what I want to do now, then... I think we do want to meet up with Keira. We made it through here. Oh, and they have a proper merchant here, too. A shopkeeper. And a random shopkeeper over here as well? That must be someone that I've seen before, right? For them to show up on my map like that. Okay. Alright, then I think I'm going to go ahead and wind the episode down here. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Come back, and next time, off screen, I'm going to talk to the shopkeeper and just sell a bunch of my crap. I'm going to talk to the smith again, sell all these armor and weapons that I'm not using. And then next time, I think we'll meet you at Mid-Cups. We'll just use our little fast travel sign here. No, we won't. We might as well run through here, right? We'll run through here and see if there's anything cool in this little patch of land. And then, yeah, not even to Mid-Cups. Right up here to Keira. And then I have a feeling we will be going right back to our island here, and we'll get to the bottom of what happened there.